Today I am joined by Lauren from TTech. Hi Lauren.
Hello Sabs, how are you doing?
Yeah, I am good, thank you very much. So tell us a bit about TTech.
So TTech are a managed service provider. We're based all over the UK and we support professional services, predominantly focusing on the accounting industry. We've been in business for 15 years, and so we've grown every year. We're going from strength to strength. And we've had a lot of that success has been built on supporting and working with Microsoft and TD SYNNEX, and focusing on that Microsoft stack and how we can enable that within the professional services sector. Recently, we've done some really good things around Copilot. One of those things is actually about education and how people can really utilise Copilot effectively. There's a lot of people just turning it on and hoping for miracles, and that's definitely not how you're going to get your best out of it. So recently, we've been running AI academies where we've been taking people on an 8-week journey to really get them to understand how they can use the tools and how it can enable them to be more effective and more efficient and get the best out of it.
That's fantastic. And you've obviously been working with TD for a long time now. What kind of value have you obviously got from us over that time?
So yeah, we've been working with TD SYNNEX for over a decade. I'm with TTech over 9 years, so I've been with you guys also on that journey. And there's been so many things. Like I said, we focus on Microsoft. That is our bread and butter business, and TD SYNNEX are integral to us being able to deliver that service. Over the years, we were one of the first partners in the UK to adopt bringing Azure into businesses, and that has continued and gone from strength to strength. It goes from everything and all our different touch points within TD SYNNEX, from our account manager who always, keeps us up to date with all the things we need to know about. There's a lot going on in Microsoft and it's always changing and always evolving. And as a partner we're trying to run our business and trying to support our customers, it's a full-time job trying to keep on top of all of those things. And so having a partner that understands our business and knows what matters to us and can disseminate the information that I need to know and cut through some of the stuff that maybe I don't need to know is just so, it makes such a huge difference that I don't need to spend half my time worrying about what the latest Microsoft update is, because I can trust that if I need to know about it, my account manager at TD SYNNEX is going to give me that information.
Absolutely.
And then, there's been things like the work we've been doing with you from a marketing perspective. We've done loads of campaigns over the years that have been supported by TD SYNNEX, which again, as a small business growing, marketing funds is hard. It's hard to get out of the business. It's hard to allocate money to. And so having a partner that helps us drive that side of the business, which obviously then supports our growth, is we couldn't do it without it. And then there's also from the technical side, we've got loads of really good engineers who spend lots of time training on Microsoft, getting their certifications, getting their training, and the TD SYNNEX team on the technical side are there to support them, help them, educate them on the things they need to know about, and just make sure again that we know what we need to know when we need to know it. And then we've also, even in more recent years, we've gone down the route of doing specialisations, and that's a really complicated audit process that Microsoft roll you over the coals for. And again, we wouldn't have been able to do that without TD SYNNEX support, because they guided us through it. They supported us in getting it done. And we achieved it. And we wouldn't have been able to do that without the team at TD SYNNEX to help us make that happen.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much for that. The other area that I think is really key for you guys as well is that you actually specialise in a certain industry. So we've got lots of partners that just do it to everybody, but I feel like some of your success has been from that focus.
Yeah, absolutely. So we focus predominantly within the accountancy sector, which does branch out into other professional services. But that element of being able to hold our hand up and say that accountants is the stuff we really know, it just cuts through the noise. There are thousands of managed service providers in the UK. So what makes you different? And so, there's the benefit from a marketing and a go-to-market and sales perspective that means that you can focus on the messaging for that vertical. You can understand, talk their language and really address the pain points that those types of businesses have, which just gets diluted the more you're diluting your vertical of who you're supporting. But from the other element of it, having that focus means that, you know, technology is complicated enough.
It is.
Without expecting your engineers to be able to support all the tech and keep up to date with it all, and also understand all the different businesses you're supporting, their needs, what matters to them, and the app stacks that they then have in their own businesses. So we've found that by working predominantly in one sector, we can really hone those skills. We can understand those customers. All our engineers understand the customers. And then they also understand all the technology that those customers are working with, that might not be stuff that we're necessarily supporting and supplying, but it obviously is integral to them being able to do their job.
Yeah, of course.
And that makes all the difference.
No, definitely. And is there any particular area you think like in the next 12 months there's going to be considerable growth, especially like around the CSP side of things?
Yeah, so we're continuously seeing growth within Azure. It's, you know, it's one of the most common things that clients come to us and they want to do a lot of the exciting stuff. You know, they're talking about AI and they want to do all those things. And then you ask them the question, all right, so like, are you in Azure? Are you in the cloud? And they're like, no, we've got some boxes in a room. And you're like, right, okay, so we've got some work to do. So then, you know, it's quite surprising even at this day and age, how many customers are coming to us. And the first step is to just get them on that platform foundation of having a really efficient Office 365 running and their servers in the cloud and running on Azure. So that is still an area of growth for us. But then, you know, there is, you know, Copilot is obviously very topical at the moment. And as I mentioned earlier, we're doing these AI academies, which is to help enable clients to get the value out of Copilot. But then it also is obviously to encourage them. Well, if a group of 10 people can see the value out of it, well, then we're expecting that they're going to want to share that value with the rest of their business. And therefore, they're going to want to invest in more licenses. And then even just from the data side, from an analytics side, using things like Power BI, you know, those sorts of things are also buzzwords, but also things that businesses are seeing more and more value out of. So all of that element of things, going back to the Copilot element, you know, people want to be able to use it. But again, you look under the hood and their documents aren't all in SharePoint, or their SharePoint isn't configured very well. So all of these things need to be done and need to be evolved in order for clients to get the best value out of the investment they're making in these new technologies. Absolutely. So there's a lot to be done.
No, there is. And I thank you so much for the partnership, and I really look forward to the work we're going to do in the future.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.